fine. Okay, right. Up next is my next guest, of course. The first installation of a magazine book series named Disruptors has landed, and it shines a light on women who've gone against the grain in their personal and professional lives and made inroads into previously inaccessible areas. That sounds just on my street. I'm delighted to say that the creator of said magazine, Sophia Ukor, joins me on the programme now. Welcome along to the scene, Sophia.
Hi.
How you
Good to be
doing?
here. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm trying to contain my excitement.
Oh, that's good. Well, look, you've got many things to be excited about because congratulations on the magazine book series. Well done to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
And this is the latest offering from your company, Violet Simon, which amplifies the voices of women from all walks of life. So let's start off by getting to know you, Sophia. What walk of life are you from, would you say?
Wow. You just have to dig in.
Yes, come on, let's get to know each other.
Wow. That's like I think that's a multifaceted question. What walk of life am I? I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur, and I think I have been through a lot in my, personal life. And I think that kind of, I'm a strong believer that sometimes our experiences, from growing up kind of have a role to play in, the choices we make as well as even the things we do. And Violet Simon is very passionate. I'm very passionate about Violet Simon. And I grew up in Nigeria. And I I'm based here in Britain, but I had a very abusive upbringing.
Wow.
And I didn't realize it till my 20s. Imagine that. So
Wow.
I just went around with that baggage, being angry with the world and going around thinking, yay,
This is how life is.
Exactly. And until I got diagnosed with, borderline personality disorder. And that was like, okay, what's going on? And I had to start tracing some of my experiences back to issues I had growing up, from being sexually assaulted from the age of 5-6 years old.
Gosh.
And, and so many other things. So that environment was very I had my parents who were, loving, but, not perfect as well.
Yeah.
And so everything just muddled up together. It was it was quite a traumatic experience for me. And I realized that, a lot of people in so many communities, like similar to that, and just even women especially, have, there's this, we anchor, we champion resilience a lot. But, sometimes I just feel like, some days I don't want to be resilient. I just want to be okay. I'm tired of all this,
Yeah.
you have to. You have to struggle with, oh, you're a woman, and, you have to be, I had to question things a lot. So I questioned things. I questioned why I had to be in the kitchen as a woman, why I was told I had to be in the kitchen as a woman, why it was my responsibility to make food because I was a woman, and so many things. And, even growing up and even being, as a young adult and being, the full grown adult, there's so many challenges that one had also gone through. And I just think that for me, the Disruptors, for example, is I'm just
you coming out
passionate
of the
about.
other side of that, I guess, bringing some of
Yes.
these women together. And we'll come to that in a moment. But thank you so much for sharing, because I think, we all have different experiences in our lives and challenges. And what you've just done there is just described how even in some of those really darkest moments, you can still come through them. Sometimes it takes time, it takes hard work, it takes support, but you can get through them and you can come out the other side and do some amazing things given, the right support and the access to the right support and that sort of thing. So thank you so much for sharing that. And there's a real focus in your work on women and on women who've gone against the grain. And we talk about this in their personal and professional lives. And I understand exactly why now, based on what you've just told us. Who are some of the impressive women in your life?
I would say my sister. My sister, my mom, my cousin, and my grandmother. Actually, she's late now, but
Yeah.
there's like outstanding, like in my personal life, that I feel like um they, to be honest, when we talk about that, it's what brings me to that. If I'm being honest, these are like amazing women, but it was also there's also that sometimes there's always that understanding and stereotypical understanding about gender roles, of a woman has to be this or you cannot, and things that put women in a box basically. And I think that, for me personally, even, as these women are amazing women, but I and some of the other, like my cousin and my sisters, we kind of had to, I would use the word, go against the grain,
Yes.
in saying some of these boxes, some of the stereotypes, some of this relationships or environments are not great, they're not conducive, they're not okay, they're not right. And just having to, I was kind of like, I've always been like a spokesperson, so I was always like, this is not right, I don't like it, this no,
Yeah.
and
So you've been outspoken, and I can understand as to why then you have become someone who works in publishing and who writes and who's created this fantastic brand that you have done, which is called the Violet Simon. And so huge congrats on that again, because as I
thank
mentioned, this
you.
is about women who go against the grain. And so one of the things that has come out of Violet Simon, your company, is this magazine book series named Disruptors. And
Yes.
there are some fantastic women that feature in this. I know a couple of them just to look at. I might know more of them. I know Minna Salami, I've interviewed her before. Jamelia Donaldson, I noticed as well. She's just fantastic, fabulous women.
Yes.
So tell us about the women who feature in Disruptors and what it was about them that sort of made them suitable for this series.
I just for the disruptors, I was looking at women who, have created something, and women who have, I had to kind of do a little bit of digging, because some of the women you see featured in the, in the series as well, some of them are not maybe names that you may know on the regular. So there may be, everyday woman, the woman next door, the one who just wakes up and goes to office or,
Yeah.
work, or, stays at home. And it was very crucial for me to explore the stories of women, both in, in the public eye, and women who are not in the public eye, and because all the stories, I feel like they're all connected. Every woman that I read about or heard about, the one thing that they do have is that in their own life, one way or another, they have defied the norm. They have defied the status quo. They have, challenged something,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, actually. I'd say unfortunate that, we live in a world that, women have to feel like they have to always challenge a status quo that doesn't suit them because of, ingrained systems that don't serve us. And my hope for this series is, to start a conversation, to create a community, to, connect women more, because I say this because and then talking with the women, for example, it was all about, like I said, community. I met Mina through a friend who introduced me to Mina, and Mina has gone on to become a friend too
Yeah.
as well. And then the other women, one of the other women that I featured, some of the other women I featured, it was like I put up like a notice to say, oh, this is what I'm doing. Come on,
Show yourself. Show
email.
yourself.
Exactly. And then some people just say, and then through interviewing, so I interviewed somebody who said, oh, I actually know someone who might be a great fit. And then, and that's how it keeps it. So there was just this referral,
Yeah.
people kept referring, other people. And some of them didn't even know each other. It's like, oh, this woman, I've actually seen her work. I think she's amazing. Or I've heard her story somewhere. I think she might be amazing. Or I have a friend who has this, amazing story, and it fits into, what the goal it is you're trying to achieve with Disruptors. So maybe give this person, a message, send this person a message. And, that's how it was a lot of hard work. Honestly, I sent messages to over 100 people.
Well,
Like,
you've got some really impressive women off the back of that. I'm in conversation with Sophia Ukor, who's the founder of Violet Simon, which is a media company. And the first installation of a magazine book series named Disruptors has just landed. And that is the magazine book series from Sophia's company. And so well done on bringing all of these women's stories out. And you mentioned there that a lot of these women have defied the norm, and they've sort of gone against the odds. And yeah, that is a challenge, isn't it, in today's society, that even has to happen. You're going to be bringing lots of women together in an event that you've got coming up in July. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so basically it's going to serve as a bit of a launch, sort of, and it's more about, it's still what I'm passionate about, because I do feel like, as women, we need, we need that community. We need, to hear stories of other women who are doing things, and going through things. I know personally I have gained from that kind of community.
Absolutely.
And it's very important, and it's just, breaking the wall, breaking that ice to say it's okay to ask. You don't have to, apologize for asking for help, and you don't have to, and this is who you are, this is what you're doing, and it's great. I have some women might say, oh, I've walked the path you're working, and this is how I did it, and this is what worked for me. Just that bringing that community together and learning also, because the event is going to be about what it takes to be a disruptor in today's world. And there's going to be amazing panelists. So one of the women who is going to be on the panelist, her name is Dr. Nicola Sharp-Jeffs, and she was one of the women who worked with Theresa May in legalizing economic abuse. As and then you have other women like Agnes Wakatuma, the founder of Black Minds Matter UK, and we have Rahel Tesfaye, who created an app for Black women to be able to access hair services, which is so crucial. And I'm a Black woman, and I know that app
has been a lifesaver. A hair saver. You've got some great panelists there. And so this is happening in July. What are the fine details? How can people get involved? Do they need to get tickets? Is it online, in person?
Yes, they'll need to get tickets. You could just go on our website or on Eventbrite or on social media, and just you'd be able to access. So
what's the website?
Ticket.
What's the social media?
Our website is our social media is Violet Simon Official. And on Eventbrite, we're also on Eventbrite. We're also on Violet Simon is our name on Eventbrite, and on our website is violetsimon.co.uk. So information about the event, as well as how to even getting a copy of the Disruptors as well. Everything is on the website, and also as well as our social media channel, which is Violet Simon Official on Instagram.
Brilliant stuff. Sophia, I know you said you were excited. Was it okay for you? Did you enjoy being on the programme?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous. I'm just thinking, oh, am I blabbing too much?
No.
Have I said nonsense?
No, you have. You have spoken brilliantly, and it's been great to talk to you and hear all about Disruptors. It sounds like a fantastic magazine book series. And just before I let you go, how many are there going to be in the series, or is it going to be a continuing thing?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So this is even a call for any woman who has like an amazing story, because I think that it's amazing. I love listening to stories, and I'm going to do a second series as well. And we're already laying the groundwork, because actually is one of the amazing things that has come out of the first series, because I've seen the engagement. I've seen that there is actually a need. People want to read stories about other people. People want to be seen, and people want to be heard. And that is one very important thing for me, is to ensure that we're just able to give women the platform, just literally lending our platform to say, okay, here's a platform, please share your lived experiences, and hopefully you can feel empowered from it, and also inspire other women, as well as create conversations that actually lead to change.
Brilliant.
Be it in personal or professional setting, so even in government.
Well done to you. Oh, well, look, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for the platform that you're providing for these brilliant women. And so the magazine book series is named Disruptors. The website, violetsimon.co.uk or Violet Simon Official on the socials if you want to find out more. And my thanks to you, Sophia, for joining me on the programme this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. I am thrilled.
Bye for now.
Thank you and bye.